Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on our YouTube account and both of the dimensional heroes are up and we're going to go ahead and we are going to pick them up as well, meaning that we're going to purchase them. That's right, both of the dimensional heroes are here. Rimuru and Shu Na, and I don't know exactly, a lot of people have been correcting me on the pronunciation, but Shu as in shoe that you wear, Na, N-A, Shu Na, is what we're going to go ahead and get. And of course, we want to get Rimuru first. So let's go ahead and pick up this dimensional hero. Now, if you've seen the trial, didn't seem like it was super impressive overall with him, but I am still going to build him out. And I'm almost kind of wondering if we build out him, if we build out Shuna first. Let's go ahead, let's pick him up and we'll see kind of where we go from there. So there we go. So we have our gift card all loaded in here and boom, there is the unlock and there is our reward, guys, meaning the little hero. And I love the stature of the hero. It's really cool to see how small they actually made this hero. And I wish they turned some point, Rimuru turned into a slime, anything like that. I think it would be really cool to see. Now, when it comes to the rest of this, we are not going to buy any of it. These packs are really, honestly, just a waste unless you really want to just really stock up on some resources. But of course, here is Shunan. Now, of course, it is at a 50% discount. This is traditionally what we've seen with these heroes. Having both of them and of course picking them up is going to make a big difference because I don't have to use resources. That is the number one thing and the number one reason why we're doing this is we do not have to use resources to now get these heroes. They are done. They are all said and done. We're going to go ahead. We're going to link them. But also with this, remember, we do have the awakened version of Entendre. That is going to be the next one coming down the pipeline. We have a ton of diamonds in here. We have a ton of resources. And again, we're going to build them up once I go ahead and link them. Now, when you do get the heroes, and of course, if you're waiting for the exchange, it's going to be a little while. But you can see we are going to link them with some of our 5-star heroes. And the 5-star heroes you want to choose are heroes that you're normally not going to use in formations. So even going down here a little bit further, let's look at a hero like, let's say Ty Lee right here with 5 stars. So there we go. So we are going to soul fusion these because I do not have any dimensional keys, but that does take Rimuru right there to 5 stars. And boom, we get the signature item. We get the engraving. That is right. We get everything that is in there with the hero itself. So linked, we're done. 5-star hero right off the bat, which is the reason why even if you're looking to pick up a hero, if you get one of these at a discounted price, if you're picking one of these up for the $14.99, really good investment because that's a ton of resources. So if you're not free to play, if you're even a light spender, would be worth it. Now the question is, which one do we choose? That only time will tell, unfortunately, exactly what one is going to have the most really utility in different game modes. Now, of course, you can see dimensional assistance. They're giving you 8, that is right, 8 resource chests to pick out of here, which is huge, guys. That is a ton of resources that they're giving us for free to really kickstart this event. And of course, right here, when you start looking at all the abilities, the Slime Lands and Esperia are here. We also do have, again, the Abyssal Expedition, or excuse me, the Voyage of Wonder. That is up right now. We're going to have to go ahead and check this out, see what it's all about, but you are getting some Stargazer Scrolls. Then, of course, a little bit more resources out of there. I haven't went through it. I want to run through it. Then, of course, we have the Bountiful Trials. It's interesting when they put out 2 heroes at the same time. It does make it very, very interesting. Now, of course, look at the amount of dimensional heroes we have. It is pretty impressive, guys, to see. Now, when you think of the resources that I saved, that's right. We are going to start here with signature items. We have 8,000 of our primordial emblems. Yeah, we gained a lot of those over time. So, of course, unlocking the artifacts or the signature item. Boom, there is level 10. The amplifying, we have what, 4,600 in here. So there is 20. And look at this, guys. We are already sitting on 600, which means a plus 30 signature item right off of the bat. There we go. So plus 30 right there. Received healing of an enemy inflicted by Black Flame is reduced by 30 points. So it didn't seem like, and it doesn't seem like we're seeing a ton of utility out of Rimuru, which is unfortunate once we did the trial. Now, of course, Shuna might be a little bit different. We're going to have to see because over here, the Sorcerer's Blessing, I want to see the effectiveness of this hero. And again, we're going to take him to a plus 30 signature item, just like we did with Rimuru. And of course, we are going to do some furniture summons. A lot of players were wondering. We have like 200,000 Pokecoins in there. But we are going to drop both of these in there as well as Villainy and a couple other heroes. And I'm going to save some of my red cards. Now, the reason being There we go. There is our plus 30. When an allied possesses Sorcerer's Blessing, their attack rating is increased by 55%, guys. That is massive. That is really, really massive, which is kind of crazy. And I'm thinking the plus 40 on her is probably going to be a significant requirement. Now, of course, when it comes to the dimensional gear, we've been building and we've been buying out the dimensional gear. Look at that, knowing that Rimuru was coming. So of course we can enchant this up quite a bit. Gosh, we're gonna build these heroes up quite a bit because we have all of these tier 4 stones. We have so many stones in here. Now, of course, don't remind me again, there's our tier 3. We have a lot in the boxes, and there we go. So tier 4 can only go to Rimuru, and there we go, tier 4 gear. We're going to do the same for all of these guys. We're going to go ahead and buff them up. Mythic gear cannot be used as an enchantment resource. I don't think we'd ever get that far down the furniture to actually get them, or the gear to actually get them done. There's 3. There is tier 4, and of course this one as well. Yeah, like I said, we've been saving, we've been waiting and saving and seeing what exactly was going to come. Now, of course, like I had said earlier, the awakened version of Entendre is kind of next on deck, but we also have the resources in here. So looking at the engraving, we are going to do the exact same. We have 15,000. Boom. There is a 3,700. We have 15,000 here. There is the 60 engraving. And again, I don't know if it's going to be worth it for these heroes, but we are going to see where we're going to use them and if we're going to use them at all. It could be a total loss or a total miss that we're not using them anywhere. But there we go. There is the engraving. So plus 30 signature items on both of them. 60 engraving on both of them. Then, of course, we are out of gear short of our weapon right here. So I bought this kind of here and there. If you guys remember, long before the tier 4 stones were in there, long before we had the ability to get that awakened version of Eugene and everything else that we had coming up in the guild store, we did buy a lot of essentially resources out of here. So yeah, we'll definitely use that. Boom. We'll switch that to all heroes, which I believe it's right here. There we go. So all heroes. So we do have to be cautious of Thorin. It will, unfortunately, it will go ahead and convert Thorin. But there we go, guys. There's the tier 4. And since the patch, it does look a little funny. The tier 3 kind of looks funny, but there we go. Rimuru is very, very well built. Now, of course, that means we have to invite both of them to the Oaken. And even looking at the redo or the remake, that kind of the look of what we have here going on, and here's our dimensional heroes with Esperia. It's interesting to see the layout. It's going to take some time to get used to. Every time I even look at the picture, it just kind of makes me, it makes me think, and it kind of looks a little bit off. But we're going to burn a couple diamonds in here. Just go ahead and get this down so we can open them up. And then it is drop them in for the summons. Now, of course, same thing with Villainy. We didn't do any of the furniture summons with Villainy. We were kind of waiting to get them built or get them, get these 2 released. And of course, I'm going to save some of those red scrolls because I want to see what Entendre looks like. But boom, we have them all hooked up in the Oak Inn. Looking at our wish list, we're going to go ahead. Again, we have a lot in here. So I'm going to drop out. We want to build both those. I'm going to drop out Rem. And I am going to drop in both of these. There's Shuna. And then this one is going to be the other one, which is right there, Rimuru. All right, so we got everyone we need. We have 5 heroes in here that actually need furniture. 3 pieces of furniture already here. And then, of course, looking at the rest of our heroes, I mean, we're already, what, 15, 14, 18. So not too many pieces, but let's go ahead. We're going to see a lot of furniture here, folks. And of course, right there was some draconic furniture. There's a first piece that we have for Villainy, or Villanelle. There is a copy for Baden. And it's going to be crazy if with this many pull coins that we are not pulling furniture for the 2 that we want, which there is a copy for Gwen. Gwen and Hildwyn are, again, 2 other ones that we need to build up a little bit higher. Start getting the engraving on there, and there is a copy for Braun. So no dimensional heroes yet. And there we go. There's 1 for Rimuru. I'm wondering exactly how many red cards this is going to give us as well. There is another one for Baden. So far we are 1 for Rimuru. Come on, there's our furniture. There's the awakened version of Shimira. Where are the dimensionals? This is the reason why I did save so many Pokecoins in here. There is another copy for Braun. Now, of course, Braun is one that is being used kind of in niche formations. If he can make it to the wall outside of the enemies, which there is Leica, we have literally only seen one at this point. And there is a copy for Tarnos. I don't know if this gets full. I don't know if there's going to be a point where, and I've never kind of tested it, if there's a point, and a double right there, guys. Let's equip some of these because that gave us 3 more. And let's drop all 3 of these actually to the bottom. Now, logic behind just dropping them all in the bottom doesn't make a big difference on where exactly they fall within formations. So we have 5 here, we have 6 here, 1, 1, and 0. Yeah, we still need a couple more, as in a lot more, as in, 17 more pieces of furniture for these heroes. There's a copy of Baden again. Baden is seeing a lot of love today. There is another copy for Baden. All right, I'm thinking the red scrolls, we might have to use some of these. There's a copy for Leica. We've only seen one single one for Rimuru. There's Shimira. And Shuna hasn't seen any at all. There we go. There's Villanelle. Again, that's what, the first or second for Villanelle? I don't think we have many on there either. There we go. Number 2 for Rimuru. Come on, Shona. We need to see some of this furniture. There is Rimuru. So that's 3 of 9 right there for Rimuru. Come on. There's another one for Villain. Wow, guys. There is Leica. I'm thinking Leica, Baden, a couple of these might even get a lot of build out for these. Another copy for Villain right there. Boom, another mythic, which is for Gwen. Gwen and Hilduin, we still don't have the 9 of 9 furniture either at this point for either of those. Another copy there. And look at that, guys. That's 190,000 Pokecoins. Just burned through just like that. Let's go ahead and equip these and see where we're at. So that gives us 3 of 9 there. All right, so what are we at? We're at 6, 6, 3, 4, and 0 for Shona. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop 3 in here just to get some of the furniture unlocked. That, of course, leaves us 7. Let's go ahead and upgrade. So what do we have in some of these? So Baden, I know we got a few, and it looks like these were the rooms that we were actually building up. I think we have like 4 for Baden, which is kind of crazy. That takes the furniture there to max. And of course, this is just amping his crit rating in here. It's actually a significant amount of crit rating. Max, and +2 on there. All right. So like I think it was around the same. So all max furniture across here. So here we have the option of crit damage amplification. All right, I am liking that one. And this one is health. Yep, crit damage amplification it is. And like I said, when you strengthen these, you are doing 1, 1, 1. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So +1 right there. Moving to the middle furniture. And if you do this automatically, you can actually hurt yourself pretty bad if they're stacking them, because again, 1, 1, 1 makes a big difference. Then of course, it looks like we have one more piece in here to actually build it up. So this one will go to 2, 1, 1, 2. So all right, Leica getting a lot more damage. Then of course, Shimira. And this is what it does, is we got ones kind of across the board. What do we have here? This is crit damage resistance. So taking less crit, not too keen on that one. This one is tenacity. And I'm going to drop tenacity in here. And the reason is the crowd control. So when you think of PvP, the awakened version of Shimira does incredibly well. Could have went in there for a little less damage mitigation, but I do not like the crowd control at all, which gives us our mythic furniture. What do we have to recycle, guys? Boom. We have 3 full summons. We have, what, 4 more to do? Please, another for Baden. Look at that. Another one in there for Baden. And Leica. Wow. So literally the 2 heroes that we already had kind of built up quite a bit. Let's go ahead and max this one out. We are getting so much furniture in here. It is very, very cool to see, actually. All right, so what do we got? We got 7 on the table, which means we could, and there we go. Takes her to the 3 of 9, but with 7 cards on the table, see, we could max out one of those. We could max out one of the heroes. And again, that gave 3 of 9 to pretty much everyone. And then what do we have for Gwen and Hildwyn? I know in here we're well over 1,000 pieces of furniture. What do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. Wait, we have 5 right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5 and 5 right there. We have some for Polina, as you can see. We do have a couple in here for Cassius. But overall, guys, there is the dimensional rooms. We're going to have to build them up. So 3 and 3. And that was 190,000 Po coins. That's right, guys. We burned through 190,000 Po coins right there. So that is kind of incredible to see. So again, we're going to have to come through. We're going to have to do the stone-freed water flows. See exactly what that is around the story. And then, of course, guys, look at the heroes. We're going to have to finish them out a little bit further. And, of course, they moved all the way up here. We need a little bit more furniture. And I'm not sure about the signature items. I'm not sure what I'm going to go. When an enemy dies, he absorbs the magical element points. Now, this kind of also makes me question when you look at him, is a lot of different game modes, the enemies don't die. That, again, is going to be a big thing because I'm looking, again, thinking of like the Cursed Realm. I'm looking at again, yeah, Treasure Scramble, I can see. Nightmare Corridor is only one boss. So Cursed Realm and Nightmare Corridor, that's not going to make a big difference. Where I feel like Shuna will make a big difference when it comes to the buffing and the ability to build her out. So both of them, of course, intelligence-based. So we need a lot more gear, but we have the heroes, guys, and we have them both built out. So I'm super excited to see them both added to AFK Arena. And like I said, the awakened version of Entendre is coming. So of course we'll go in here, we'll complete Force Mania, get some quick draws out of here, and maybe get that chest. Again, if you're doing all the draws, I believe you get the chest. There's some Stargazer scrolls, so I'm okay with that one as well. And more Po coins in there, which of course we just burned through an absolute crazy amount of them. But we will keep it going on here. 1.17 trillion combat rating. That is right. We are definitely getting there. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.